Hey guys, it's time for Breakthrough with Coach Lou. Coming to you live from Accelerate Life University, XLR8Life.com. Coach Lou will help you break through anything that's stopping you. Are you ready to get the motivation, the energy, the life, and all the success you really want and deserve? With no further ado, here's Coach Lou.
Good morning and live from Orlando. It is Monday morning. Do you remember live from New York it's Saturday night? Now live from Orlando, it is Monday morning, and more important than a Saturday night, it is time to get your week started so that whatever your week brings you in challenges, in things that make you grow, by Saturday night you're going to say, this was another killer week, guys. This was amazing. So little backstory, we're back in the game, back in the race game. Did Spartan down in the West Palm, Miami area yesterday. Was it easy? No. Was it rewarding? Absolutely. So back in the race game, feeling good about it. In one piece. We saw a concert while we were down there. Good stuff. So when is now the time to start saying yes? You say, well, yes, maybe. Saying yes to the things that serve you. Yes to the things that move the needle of success and drive happiness. The real things to say yes to. Not saying yes to too many PTA meetings. Not saying yes to too many things to the boss that you know you'll never be able to complete in a week. Not saying yes because you're obligated to. How about saying yes to you for a change? Okay, so before we get started today, I want to review what we did on Friday. Okay, we talked about transforming your story. Remember, we looked at your old story and asked how that served you in the past. You know, what was good about it? There was a lesson in there. Even if it's not a good story for growth, there was a lesson in there, right? So then secondly, we went through and we said that you had to go back and look at that old story and go, what have you lost from having this old story? What will keep you from going forward if you keep this old story? Feel the pain. Feel the I'll be broke, I won't have a relationship, I won't have a business. All that stuff you won't have by not getting rid of your old story, okay? And then number 3, we went and we talked about what in the new story would empower you. What's in your new story that is the key factor that gives you the drive? And then the number 4 was, what would I need to believe to have this new story? Okay, you can go, my new story is I'm athletic, but if you go, well, I don't believe I could ever have a body like that, well, then you're not going to become athletic. Number 5, who will you become when you fulfill this new story? When you install this new story, you might be going, what is the story stuff, Coach? I'll explain in a second again, in case you didn't learn on the last show. And then number 6, you got to set up those action steps, create your new story, your map to your new story. You know how all that works, guys. You've been with me long enough. Go back through your success formulas. But this is all about having an old story and a new story. Remember in the example, and I'm going to kick into today's real quick. In the example I gave you on Friday was, my old story was I had to work twice as hard to get half as much accomplished, and I would only get half the reward. That wasn't very good. Okay, that wasn't a good story to have. So what happens in the long run, I turn that story around to become a story of, as long as I am delivering value and coming from a place of service and delivering massive value to somebody that is way more valuable than even what I'm charging, it would be a disservice not to do it for them. See the difference? Oh, I got to work twice as hard for half as much. I don't care how hard I got to work because I'm going to deliver all this, and in delivering all that, you receive all this. Okay, makes sense, right? So let me ask you a question. Have you ever said yes to so much to everyone, and everything else in this world that you find, there's no time left for yourself. You're going, I should do something for I got no time. I don't even have time to eat right. I shovel down a cup of coffee from 7-Eleven in the morning, get to work. There's already a pile of work on my desk, and then I got my neighbor over there going, oh, I don't feel good. I didn't get this done. Can you help me out? And this, that, and the other. And, you're running, got to get the kids, got to do this. Oh, yeah, I promised I'd be at the PTA meeting. Oh, I promised I'd take the kids to the game. Oh, I volunteered to coach the basketball team for the kids. I volunteered for that. And at the end of the day, you're burned to the bone. And there's nothing left for you. Okay? Think of it as a car that you don't add fuel to. Sooner or later, it runs out of gas. And it can't do any good for anyone. It can't get you from point A to point B. It can't go get your kids. If you don't stop and put gas in your vehicle, you are not going to get your kids from point A to point B. And I know somebody's out there go, Coach, we have an electric vehicle and we don't use gas. All right, try not plugging into the charger for a few days and just keep driving. See what happens. Okay? We, people, human beings, you and I are the same way. Say yes to what fuels you. Okay? We're not going to get into the say no yet because that's next show where we really delve into what you say no to. But say yes to what fuels you. And you might go, okay, so in the example of the car, you don't fuel the car, it runs out. Or if you don't maintain the car, it doesn't work as well. Okay, you don't put tires on the car and you're driving in wet conditions, you're going to slide around and it's a safety hazard. Well, if you're putting down garbage and McDonald's food down your face every morning because you don't have time to make a decent breakfast, you're going to start to slip and slide. Your health is going to start to slide. Okay, if you don't take some stress relief, you're going to be stressed out all the time. Something's going to give at some point, right? Okay, so here you go. You want to learn how to say yes to the right things and learn how, I can't say that yet because that's what I'm going to teach you next time, what to say no to. But let's talk about what we're going to say yes to. Okay, how do you do this? Okay, you make a very clear list of the things each week that you know serve you. Oh, what an idea. A clear list of things that serve me. Yes, getting up and eating a good quality breakfast. Having some Life Boost coffee instead of 7-Eleven coffee. Absolutely delicious and good for you. I mean, it is good quality coffee, no chemicals, no toxins. That makes a difference, guys. What you put in your body is the output you're going to get. And that was very clear this weekend at the race. We've taken better care of ourselves. Get out there. And it's good. It wasn't that tough. It was tough, but it wasn't as tough as it would have been a few months ago after surgery and not eating right and laying around a little bit more. So, but get a list of what can fuel you. Okay. Number 2, you schedule these things just like you do picking up the kids from school, the meeting with the boss, I got to fly out of town for work or for business. The airplane leaves at 7 a.m. You put that on the schedule. You don't get there at 8 and go, oh, what the hell happened? Where's my plane? Okay. Well, same thing with scheduling stuff for your body and taking care of your body, right? Okay. So then, number 3, you create new ways to say yes to things that help you grow, recharge, and make you feel good. Okay, would you say yes to cocktails on Friday night, or maybe you're going, I really need to learn Spanish. You join a group that gets together and learn Spanish together on Friday night instead of going out and getting drunk after work. Could that be something that would help you grow? Maybe it would be fun, grow your peer group of people that may want more than to wake up with a headache on Saturday morning. Think about this stuff. Going for a massage, actually having time to show up and go to church and really enjoy it, or whatever, however you worship, going to your house of worship. What are these things you could say yes to that you could also schedule into being musts, the same as you would schedule a must to do something for someone else? Okay? So the other thing is you say yes only to the requests of others that are truly important and don't drain you. Okay? Going to the PTA meeting each week might totally excite you, or it might totally drain you because you got to deal with so-and-so or this or that, or you got to deal with an in-law each week by saying yes to Sunday dinner and you can't stand it and your guts are in a knot. Say no. Don't say yes. Seriously. The things that drain you aren't going to give you anything good for you, nor the ones you care about, nor the people you're trying to help or serve. This is gospel truth, guys. Okay? And you can say yes to other people. You don't walk around and do nothing for anybody else or, go beyond yourself. That's not what I'm teaching you today. What I'm teaching you today is to learn to say yes to what energizes you, strengthens you, helps you grow so that you got something to give to everybody else. Because I'm thinking that if you're the type of person that follows this show, you're the type of person who is giving, who is the person in your family that does things, that gives and creates, and same thing in your business. I would have to believe that you are customer focused and you want to provide the greatest service or product to the people you serve. Okay, I'm not thinking that we have people on here that are trying to shortcut, circumvent, and not do the right things. Okay, I'm pretty much right, aren't I? Yeah. Okay, so if you don't first say yes to you and take care of you, there will ultimately, take this as written word, be nothing left for others. Okay? If you don't tend to yourself, if you don't do the things that recharge you and move the needle of success for you, you're going to burn out. Okay? And if you burn out, you are not any good to yourself or anybody else that you care about. So don't burn yourself out. Fueling yourself gives you the ability to give. Okay? So that's pretty darn awesome. Okay? So are we ready to do this? You want to review real quick? Just a real quick review. How do you do this? Number one, make a clear list. Okay? Of the things that serve you. Schedule them on your calendar, just like you would anything else that's important in life. Okay? Scheduling your downtime, your massage, your this, your that, your spiritual time, whatever it is, your time to make healthier food, healthier choices, exercise, put them in the same way you would pick up kids at school at 3. Okay? That must happen. Other than having a fender bender on the way or the car doesn't start, you're going to be there, you're going to do it. Same thing with showing up for work. I don't think you're going to have a job very long if you don't show up for work at least reasonably on time. Okay, if traffic's horrible and you're a couple minutes late and that's not a all the time thing, I'm sure the boss is going to go, well, yeah, okay, this happens. Let's not make it happen too often. Same thing with if you get stuck in traffic and you're 5 minutes late for the gym, instead of going, screw it, I'm going to only have a 55-minute workout instead of an hour, I'm not going. Come on. That's like, oh my God, I'm going to be 5 minutes late to work, I may as well just not show up. Okay? Treat yourself like you would treat what you're doing for others, and you're going to be amazed at what happens. Okay? And then again, say yes only to the requests around you that are truly important and don't drain you out and burn you out. Okay? Don't say yes to things that you go, oh, why did I do that? Oh, I gotta do that. And sometimes you have to do some things to retain your job, retain your spouse, pick up your kids from school, be a decent parent. There are things that are musts that might not be totally empowering, or could they be if you found a way to look at them differently? Oh, I gotta drive 45 minutes to get to work each day. Ugh. Nobody loves that, especially if you live here in Florida and you gotta take I-4 or I-95 or something. Blah. Nobody loves it. Well, wait a minute. You could put something funny on your playlist and laugh and get in a good mood. Instead of being PO'd by the time you get to work, you're giggling and laughing like a school kid. Or you could get an education in something you want to learn, another language or that. You could practice it on the way in. The audio books and all the YouTube and YouTube University, or listen to Breakthrough with Lou. What a concept. put me on. I got enough shows to keep you going for a long time on the replays. Go over to XLR8life.com. Check out our breakthrough blog. You got mornings and mornings of drive time education you can do. See, these are things that you go, okay, commute in, could suck, could be a little better, could be absolutely life-changing if you're doing something that matters while you're doing it and that doesn't make it drain you. Yeah, it's never fun driving in traffic and that, but if you're laughing and having a good time, or you are learning and growing while you're doing it, it makes it a whole different connotation. Makes sense, right? All right, guys, I'm going to leave you with a relatively short show and figure out what happened on our venue, because I don't know if we even transmitted to Facebook this morning. Live with faith, energy, passion. Always live your dreams. And I mean always. Ups, downs, sideways. It's not always going to be easy. But if you've got a dream you're living towards, if you've got a state of being, a destination, a goal, a way of being, how you want to feel inside, you're going to be so much light years ahead of the people that just kind of let the current of life take them. Don't be a boat floating down the current of life. Be that. Have you ever seen those big, beautiful yachts and you go, oh my God? Be a big, beautiful yacht. Don't be an inner tube floating down the Niagara River. Wow, what an analogy. I like that one. Guys, live with faith, energy, passion, always live your dreams. I'll see you on the next roundabout. This is Coach Lou, wishing you an absolutely amazing day, amazing week. Go get 'em. Let me know how everything's going. Ask questions. Tell me what you would like to have us cover on the show. And we'll get down to it. Have an amazing day.
Ready to take it to the next level? Tune in to XLR8life.com for our live shows, encore presentations, life-changing courses, and live coaching with Coach Lou himself. As Coach Lou always says, live with faith, energy, love, passion, and always live your dream.